Stream started.
Hello, hello. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hello. Anybody in chat today? Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. 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 Hello. Hello, hello.
E.
Hello. Hello, Lisette. How are you today? Welcome. Welcome. Everything good? Hopefully. Yeah. So, I've been doing some checking about the design for the dungeon. You're doing pretty good? Nice. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah. So, here is the dungeon map. Let me open it real quick. This is the current dungeon map. Right? This is basically the current view of the map. I noticed there are a few like details here and there. For example, we have a let me draw it right here. So we have something interesting going on. Hold on, let me adjust the size. We have this issue right here, right? Basically, we have like this corner that is not quite correct in my opinion, right? Right there. That's an issue, right? Then we have this issue right here, right? Because if you are coming back from this direction, you might get stuck right there, right? The same way, if you are moving from here to this screen, you will also get stuck very easily. Yeah. And there is like these kind of issues everywhere, like right here, right? There are these weird details all over the place that I believe they require some correction, right? Funny enough, there is less issues than I thought there would be. Yeah. I thought there would be more issues of this kind, but apparently it's only 3. Basically. Right? It's basically that when moving between screen to screen is misalign the walls, basically. Right? So there are those issues. And today we also have a new goal. You see, we have this room right here, right? And this room is meant to be the boss room. You can actually see how my plans match with the current design of the dungeon, and you can see there are like some big differences, right? Mainly because I didn't take into account that the walls right here are thicker. Yeah. But you can see mostly they align almost perfectly. Fun enough. Right? This one aligns quite nicely. Some are a little bit off, but I believe they are good enough, right? You can see over here that this doesn't match at all. Yeah. Also, I notice I have an extra room. This room over here on the top is not supposed to exist. I have an extra room over here that shouldn't be there, really. Yeah. Besides that, everything else is like surprisingly well aligned. You can even see them right here. The paths actually match with the design I had almost perfectly, which is something surprising. Yeah. What do you think? Does it really nice? Also, well, today we need to address this one issue. The boss. The sub-boss that is meant to be a wolf. Right? So we need to design that boss fight. Currently. We really don't have like a plan for it. We only know it's going to be a wolf, right? So the question is, what kind of boss fight would you think when you, in your head, manage a wolf? What do you think? Any ideas? Because I'm thinking we have basically this room to work with, right? So I believe I should maybe make a point of actually having the room be a little bit, since we have like these thorns on the edges. Actually, I don't know. You were FK? That's fine. I was saying that this is going to be the sub-boss room, right? And we agreed that the boss is going to be a wolf, right? So the question now is, what kind of attack patterns should this have? Taking into account that one, the room has thorns on the edges, right? And two, the dungeon... Well, I suppose you get the dungeon item after the boss fight, so it's not necessary to check on that. So basically, we have a wolf boss fight, right? What kind of behavior should we see in this boss fight? What would make sense, I wonder? I was thinking maybe a bite attack that is like a dash, right? So if we have the wolf right here, it would be like a bite attack going across the room like this, circle around. So we have the player in the center. The wolf should be circling around. I suppose that makes sense. Going around the player. Yeah. So it would be the wolf going around the player, and if in any moment the wolf sees the player's back, it will launch to attack. Basically, would that be the idea? With a bite attack? That's one option. One other option would be there. I was thinking, since this is a plant-based dungeon, how about something like a how, where the wolf just stops, like walking, right? And just suddenly howls. Housewives? Well, the thing is, a wolf is not a tiger, right? And I believe that would be more characteristic of a tiger. I was thinking about maybe a howl, right? And that basically makes like thorns shoot up from the ground, like they are calling for backup or for like a range attack. What do you think about that one? Because the boss of this dungeon is supposed to be basically a carnivorous plants, I believe, if I remember correctly. So you could say the wolf is calling for help, and the plant is responding by attacking with the thorns. Okay, so we had two attacks so far. We have the bite, right? Then we have the howl. Right? What else? We have the circling. Right? What else would be good? I kinda wanna use the mechanic we discovered, where these guys, the owls, when they throw the wind, they can push the thorns around. I kinda want to use that mechanic a little bit. Yeah. Summon the vulnerable turns. The issue with that is that the player doesn't have a way to destroy them because they shouldn't have the ever-burning torch yet, right? They acquired this after the boss fight, right? You can even see the chest over there, right? So if I start summoning the vulnerable torch, it would actually slowly make the boss fight harder and harder as time went on because you cannot remove it. Yeah. Basically, that would be an issue. Hello. Hello, Ricardo. Welcome. Welcome.
Hello there.
Hello. We were talking about the boss fight. We are going to be making a Woof. Yeah. So we were thinking having the wolf circle around the player, and whenever they show their back, the wolf would try to attack, right? And also they could howl to request the dungeon boss to use like thorn spike attack where the thorns shoot up from the ground, right? And I wanted to integrate also the mechanic we made with the tornadoes, basically, where they push the thorns across the screen, right? The issue with that is because the player doesn't have a way to get rid of the thorns. Eventually the thorns will be like bunching up into a single location, which would be a bit annoying. Yeah, it will become a mess, basically. So I was thinking maybe adding to the thorns the same code I have for the yellow blocks, right? So after a little bit, they self-destruct and respawn where they were. Maybe have the wolf is self-destroying them? That's actually a very nice idea. With another attack. What would be that attack? Is the question.
Make that such.
Such. What would be that attack? To reset the thorns, I suppose it should be like an AoE. Maybe the howl? Wouldn't that be too much? Imagine this. The wolf is basically circling around you, randomly jumping to attack, right? Then the wolf howls. All the spikes are destroyed. The thorn spikes shoot up from the earth in random locations. The thorns reform. How the wolf when a frenzy run around the borders. The regular attacks destroy them. The issue with that is because the wolf is going to be focused on the player. it's going to be basically attacking toward the center unless the player moves to the edges, right? Hmm. Hmm. It will add a layer difficulty, perhaps? Yeah, because I want to use the weight, right, to push these things around, right? The turns. It will mean that eventually the turns are going to be all over the place. So navigating that would be an issue, right? So I think I need a way to clear the turns and respawn them, basically. Yeah, but you then, if I rely on the wolf actually striking the turns, it would be a bit of an issue because you will be relying on the wolf to actually clear the area. Yeah. It could get messy because I'm planning on throwing the turns at random, right? And I don't know where the turns are going to end up. Yeah. Hmm. I was thinking maybe an AOE, something that could like reset the stage, basically, a stage reset. The wolf's fire attack. You see, that would make sense in the fight, but it will not make sense in the context of the dungeon, right? Because why is the wolf basically subservient to a giant flower that he himself could kill? Right? Why would a plant keep him around knowing that he can burn? Right? That's the issue. Hold on, my cat wants to leave the room. Give me a moment, I'll be right back. One moment. One moment. I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, that's an issue because I'm keeping like this weird sense of consistency in my games, basically. Well, it's more about how I structure the lore. Because basically everything has like a reason to be there, right? I'm trying to not add anything that I cannot explain, right? Which is very limiting. Yeah. I cannot simply say, because. Trust me, bro. So you can keep avoiding having the wolf attack by not showing your back to it. Yeah, in theory. I was planning to having like a timer. Like if the wolf goes like, I don't know, 75% around the circle, it will attack either way. Yeah. can you make it peace if you do that too much and charging a dash that destroys every turn in this path? I'm trying to imagine it. I imagine imagine this is the arena right over here. Let's put it over here, right? So the player is like right here, right? So let's say the wolf is going around, right? If he gets to do a full lap and he didn't get to attack because you keep not showing your back, how about I make it then do like a dash that is like this, sharp turns, right? Instead of a circle, like that, right? And at the end do one into the player, and basically as he dash, he can like have like a wave as it moves that actually destroys the turns as it goes, right? And also, if for example, if he begins his movement and for you for some reason here you are looking up, right? You are showing your back, it will stop the dash right there and immediately go after you. So if at any moment during this dash sequence you show him your back, he will interrupt the dash sequence and immediately attack, right? Dash clear. Okay, so I have this other idea that is kind of interesting, because you see, I bet the player will be abusing the shield, right? So I was thinking if you have the wolf in front of you and you for some reason decide to show it the shield like this, standing like this, and you show the shield, have the wolf basically dash forward, stop right before hitting the shield and do like a tail whip and strike the shield and send you flying in the other direction. What do you think about that? I'm thinking this attack will do 0 damage. So it won't do damage, it's just like a knockback. Right? That's my idea. In case you show the shield, right? So let's call it little attack. You can barely read that. Yeah, it could be also a kick. Yeah. Hmm. So the circling will be happening like all the time, right? It's going to be constantly going around you, right? If you show your back to it, it will go for a bite attack, right? Like this. If it completes the full circle and couldn't attack, it will go for the dash clear, where it does the rectangle. If at any point it sees your back, it will attack, right? But if you get close, while he's circling, there is the talent knockback. He could simply just use the knockback immediately. Like try to attack while he's circling. I was thinking maybe using the tal knockback, right? Or I could go immediately into the bite. That's another option. The howl is the one I don't know where to fit, right? Where would you put the circling? I mean the howl. Excuse me. So we have the circling, right? That is going to be keep going until it completes a full lap, and then it goes into the dash, right? In the middle, it can be interrupted by a bite, and that immediately returns us to the circling, right? The dash clear will go into the after 3 bites or the dash? You mean the how? I could set the how over here. Right? I can make it after the dash and set it after 3 bites. Go into the how. And if at any point you show your shield, if you show the shield, it goes into the tail attack, and then go back to the circle. What do you think about that? We're missing something. Where do we feed the wind? That pushes the things around. The howl will summon the thorns, the thorn spike. Right? And from that, It could go randomly. Yeah, it would be more like the owls in the area doing that. Yeah. Okay, I think that's very nice structure. Yeah, I think that works. What do you think? The wind will be like a environmental hazard? Okay then let me move to the developing screen and we can begin.
Stream started. Hello
E.
there. Make that such.
What happened there? It got cut off. You're going to catch the bus? That's nice. Okay, good luck. Don't die. See you later. Bye bye. Safe trip. Okay. So there are a few things I want to fix before I forget. Mainly these kind of issues right here. Right? So let's fix those first before I forget. Rooms. Dungeons. And we're going for 1-0. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one. I'm just going to move the walls a little bit. Make this make a little bit more sense. Okay. That looks fine. I'm not going to like go out of my way to make everything look perfect. And then this one right here, there is like a little issue right here, so I'm going to just do something like that. Yeah, I suppose that works. It will prevent the player from getting stuck right there. Right? What other issue did we have? Oh, this spot right here. Yeah. I could either push this back or yeah, I suppose moving this wall back is the better option. Let's see. This is 8-2, so I'm looking for 8-1 right here. So I'm going to just move this wall like 1 block. Like that. And I can add a turn right there because it's going to be necessary. Like that. Okay, that should fix the issues we had. Yeah. Now, let's go to our little battle arena. Shush. The arena should be 5, 2, 5, 3. There we go. Okay. Okay, first all these doors need to move. They are not supposed to be on this level. Right, and the doors also need to be on a different location. Okay. Now, I'm going to make a placeholder for the wolf. Let's see. Enemies. Wolf. And we need an idol for the moment. Yeah. Sprite. Sprite underscore wolf idol. Down for the moment. Okay, so I need to make a wolf. A wolfie. Let's see. Something like that's a bit much. Maybe from here, like that, and then we can have like the tail. The head. Right, and then we can have maybe the ears like this. Right, that kinda looks like a wolf, maybe? Not really? Like that, right? Kinda, maybe. Look like a pillow capsule. Well, it's because he's looking straight at the camera, basically. Hmm. Also, we need like some legs. So let me add a few more layers. Like that. Those are the legs. That doesn't look so bad. It looks actually kinda cute. Yeah. Should I try to make it actually look like a wolf right now, or should I wait? Shush. Because I only need the placeholder currently. Yeah. Now you will waste time? Then let's just roll with this then. Okay. So I'm going to need one for movement. Right. Actually, I think I wrote the name wrong before. I need to correct that. Okay. Let's see. This, I believe, should be like this. Because my nomenclature is supposed to be 3 letters max, with the exception of the name of the character. So we have the movement that will be basically our circling, right? Let me create an object first. Enemies. Object. Let's go Woof. Sprite Woof. Okay. So I kinda want to use our dear Siren as an example. So let's see. I'm using the enemy parent, so let's use that. Generic parents, enemy parent. There we go. Then let's see. Here we basically have everything overwritten. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, let's see. So here we have a variable that checks if we have killed the enemy, right? So I can just use the same structure. Now that I think about it, maybe I should like make my own version for bosses, because if not, it is going to become very annoying. Sprite scores here? What do you mean? Did I write something weird? No. I'm trying to figure out this. Oh, no, I'm going to be reusing the same states that I already have. Yeah, so I'm not going to create unique states for each animation kind. Yeah. On defense, on hunting, stay hit. Because I didn't like make a specific like boss version for this, this is going to be a little bit more annoying. Yeah. I think maybe I should actually make a boss version before things get out of hand. Okay. Then I'm going to need to make object underscore boss parent. Yeah. Let's see. So the boss parent is going to have a few characteristics from this. We can have the cinematic. What else? We need to check if the pulse flags, if we have defeated this guy before. I need to do the check for the data. What else? Sweep direction of the player. I don't know if I actually need this or not. We have the room center also. Frame rate, we do need that state, that's for sure. Let's see. I can put it over here. And let's set it to start an idle for now. Any parent from where does he inherit? From entity parent. And this sets at a current direction recalculation path. I really think I need to rework all this. For sure. Okay, give me a moment. I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. One moment, please. Hold for 1 moment. Excuse me. I'm back. Hello. Hello, hello. Thank you. Let's see.
Meow meow.
Hello, Niri. Nairi. Nairia. Nairi. Hello. Okay, so I suppose I can just set it and slowly make it work, right? So first we have on the destroy, I need the store data, so I'm going to remove this event. Okay. And I'm going to use this. Whoa, what happened there? The hell happened there? Wow. Okay. Destroy this. Just save the information we created. Okay. Cleanup we don't need, so I can just delete this for the moment. Right? Okay. And we need to have like a set of states, right? Okay. So we have a few states. Switch. Case. Okay. Let's start with idle. Right. And I will just call this function on idle. As simple as that. Right. And this is going to be like part of this function on idle. Right? And this is what we will do when the boss is idle. Right? Right? So, given what we said before, right here, we're going to need to start on the circling state to begin with, right? So let's see. So we will switch state to state.movement, moving, right? Because moving is basically or circling, right? Like this. And we can create a function. Okay, on moving, we're going to have to do something very particular, right? We need to go around the player. So, actually, let me look on the internet. What's the algorithm for the circle again? Draw a circle towards let's see. This is going to be more annoying than I thought it was going to be. Wow, okay. So... How do I make this work correctly? Okay. Let's say we're going to move in a specific direction. Yes, code. Hello, Sam. Hello, hello. Welcome. Okay. Let's begin by doing a simple movement, right? So we were going to, assuming the player is from the center, we're going to go first up, right? Then right. And then down. And finally left and back up, right? The idea is that I will do something like this, right, to start, and we will go from there. Okay, so I need to set a goal, basically, right? So it would be movement goal. And let's set this to a specific direction. Let's say by default this up, right? So switch. That's not how you write switch. And face direction dot up, right? And break. And what I want to do go is shouldn't they share states like different such? You mean... Yeah, reworking the bosses is going to be annoying. Yeah. You should add quest? Well, currently I'm basing this game on the original Zelda from 1986, basically. Yeah. And I decided to not really have any, like, interactable NPCs, so it would be a bit hard to actually assign quests. Yeah. Going up. Okay, so let's say the goal would be to go up a certain distance, right? So bar distance on Y. So it would be the object layer dot Y minus my Y. Okay, and let's set this as the absolute, right? So if my distance in Y is less than this distance to object layer, No, actually, this needs to be a specific value. What would be a good nice value? If it's on the center of the map right here. Oops, right here. Okay, thank you for coming to the stream, Sam. Good luck. Have a good night. So we're right here at the center, right? We want the... Oh, then have a nice day. We want the wolf to be around here. Right? And then we will rotate to the next point. That would be how much exactly? I need to close this. It would be about 2 blocks of distance. So that would be 3 times 32. Okay. 3 times 32 would be 96. Right? In that case, we change our y. Right? Okay. Since we have that part like set, let me place our little Woof in the room. Yep. Let's give it a try. For that, I'm going to need at least 1 key, I believe. So let me just grab a key. And I will just place it there. Okay, let's see. With that, I got the key. We move over here, down. We open this door real quick. Open this. Okay, and I need to solve this little puzzle. There we go. Ah, it crashed. And no set the coordinate object key. What are you looking for, key? Huh? You forgot why? Wait, what? Did I forget something? Function load data. What did I mistake here? Oh, I see. I'm missing the generation key. Let's see. Generate key. Where are you? Okay. Like that. So there is a key. That should fix that. Let's see. I got the key. go here, enter here, and I can solve this puzzle real quick. Okay, so this guy should be okay, I didn't expect that. The wolf just flat out said, I'm out, and left the room. Lovely. Wow. Wow. Okay. The issue is in this, I'm basically calling move, right? But I'm not actually using the movement. Vertical speed. Okay. Let me set a set for values. And we will set horizontal, vertical speed, and walk speed. Right? These ones are going to be at 0 at the start, and this one is going to be at 1. Okay, here I need to set vertical speed to be -1, I believe. Movement I can leave it to the bottom right there. It's not necessary. Okay. Let's see. I got the key. Ouch. Okay. And go through here. And I need to do the little puzzle real quick.
Smiley face emoji, heart emoji, waving hand
Hello,
emoji.
Mundo.
Hello
Welcome,
you.
welcome.
Hope you're doing good. Good luck with the stream. Thumbs up emoji.
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you? How are you doing today, Mundo? Okay, it seems to be working correctly. Fun enough. Yeah. Okay, so now that it goes up, let's do the one that goes down. Right? So this would be also minus, but it would be positive, right? Hmm. Hmm. And I need to do the same for X. Okay. And I can change these into a different arrangement. I could say if instead of go, I could simply say near horizontal and direction vertical, right? Right, so I could simply right, so I can say, hey, if period horizontal is moving to right, there dot right, and the distance is in X is less than 96. Right? Then we're going to move on the horizontal speed on 1. Right? In the other case, if we are moving left, this has to be minus and it has to be left, right? And I can set this up the same way. Direction vertical is up. We go into the minus right there. And I can set this to down, and this needs to be positive, right? So I can have two directions, right? Okay, so let's say we have direction up as a goal, right? And we begin moving up, right? We start going up, let's say up and right, like this, right? When we reach a spot at the highest, we need to switch the other direction, right? Basically. And we get to the bottom, we need to go back to the top. Right? That means if we go here and we move and the direction suddenly is greater, the distance is greater than 96, then we need to switch direction. Right? And we do the opposite on the other direction. And we can do the same over here. Basically, if the distance on X is greater than 96, we switch from right to left, right, and from left to right. In theory, that should handle the circling around the player. In theory. Right. Nice. Ouch. Ah. Okay. We go in here and I need to do the puzzle real quick. There are so many ways to That's not what I thought was going to happen. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it's a scare word. Woof. Woof, woof. Let's see. If we're moving right, we set this to that, right? We go to left. Oh, I see. It's because I forgot to change this little letter right there. That's the issue. Yeah. Let's say I want to grab the key real quick. Wow, but this bunny is very resilient. Okay. We didn't mean to do that, but it still works. I cannot push that direction. And we go this way. Like that. And like this. There we go. So the wolf should be... Okay, apparently the wolf is kind of scared. For some reason. Yeah. Let me see what's happening. Let me just show what's happening. Let's see. Draw. Underscore text. Let's put it on room width over 2 from 8 over 2, and the text is going to be horizontal plus horizontal speed plus vertical plus vertical speed. Let me just create a underscore position is going to be new vector 2. It is 2, so I can save some typing. Plus x plus y? You mean, did I put the values backwards or something? Okay. So that's one. Let's also put a direction horizontal and direction vertical. Just to know what's happening there. And direction. Okay, and I will add to this one 16 and 16. Okay. Let's see what's happening. Okay. Ah, it crashed. Object was error, execution, draw line, text position, burst speed. Oh, I see. Oops. Okay, I need to turn this into strings. String. I don't know why this language doesn't just translate it by itself. You would think it would be obvious, right? Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to get the key. Yeah, Game Maker is kinda... well, I will call it old if it wasn't supported, but it's still regularly supported, which is kinda weird, seeing the level of quality it has. You would actually think it's not being supported. Yeah. Horizontal 1. Direction right. Right and up. So it's moving right and up. And is nowhere to be seen for some reason. Gaming Sandal software doesn't have other quality on the left. The same thing with Unity or Grotto, the devs keep adding threads instead of fixing issues. Yeah, it kinda does. Sound like indeed correct. Sadly. Okay, so it's going right, and now it's going up for some reason. B minus 1. So is the vertical that is not working? Vertical. Vertical is working correctly. It's just not changing direction for some reason. That's weird. Why is this not working? I need to move the key. It's getting annoying having to go out of my way to get it. Yeah, it's not like triggering at all for some reason. Ouch. That looks so nice. It's a shame you don't get to actually do that on the game. Yeah, it seems like the Woof is kinda messing up for some reason. It's not switching directions, that's the issue. Oh, I think I know why. Maybe I should remove this and make it a different way. Basically like this. Right? Just move this out. Is that the issue? I think that's the issue, actually. Okay. Let me try with this. Let's see if that actually works. Yeah. Welcome back, Ricardo. By the way. Gosh. I forgot to move the key. Okay. Okay, so that's moving right, but it's not moving. I'm still trying to go up for some reason. Why is this not working? Hmm. Oh wait, maybe they're getting like conflicted information here. Should I move this one down? Like that? Handling first the moment, then the... Maybe because I'm using absolutes? It's not switching directions, that's the issue. Let me try changing the absolutes. Okay, so let's say the player is below me, so their y is greater than mine. That means that my ambulance. That means a positive value here means that the player is below me. Right? So that's correct. And this should be like this, I believe. So we move up when the distance is positive. Let me put it to the test. Okay. Okay. Ooh, that almost looks correct. That almost looks correct. Yeah, the wolf left the room for some reason. Okay. So I'm going to set something like this, but for the horizontal, right? So here I'm doing this, right? First, this has to be horizontal that we're checking. And this should be right. Right, and one has to be positive, the other one has to be negative. I believe. Right. For this to work correctly. And also I need to modify this one. This is backwards. And I can remove that. Okay, I think that's correct. I really need to move the key. Why do I keep not moving the key? Well, oh. Wow. Wow. I didn't expect that. Wow. Wow. It's moving quite interestingly. Make an invisible wall for the wolf. The issue is that it's behaving like a pinball instead of actually being an enemy for some reason. Okay, so we are heading up, right? So we need to move negatively. Okay, the distance between the location of the player must be positive, because we are going down, the player is going up, right? So once this is complete, we go over here and we check. If we exceeded the direction, we move on the opposite direction, right? Okay, so here we are moving down. The target is to reach minus 96, that is in the opposite direction, right? Okay, let me do something. Trying to make this like more functional. Let me do one piece at a time, because this is kinda bullshit. Oh. Let's see. I forgot to move the key again. Okay, so if I'm standing here, it should be bouncing back and forward, right? From vertical, like that. Yeah. A portal that teleports me directly there. Yeah, that probably would be a good idea also. So the vertical is working correctly, apparently. Yeah. Right? You can actually see it working right there. So that's working correctly. Let me kill the key then. This key right here is gone. Let me grab a door. Where are you? And I need the room. Rooms. That would be by 3. Yeah, that's the target. And we start on 1-0 right here. Okay. So door. Right. Variables. Open target map. I will just set it to the center. The map is map underscore dungeon. To the address is 53. Yeah, okay. Oh,
Joey
hello.
Canoli subscribe to the channel.
Hello, thank you, Joey, for subscribing. Thank you, thank you. Remember making it moving a circle pattern back in my short stream? Map making this back and remember anything? Yeah, there is a formula to actually make a circle, but I don't remember what it is. I actually saw that in university. Yeah. Okay, this is working correctly, right? Okay, so let's uncomment this, right? And I will actually remove the verticals so it's not making noise, right? So we're moving right? So the difference between the player and the enemy has to be negative to have fulfill target, right? So once we reach that negative position, we bounce on the other direction, and we do the same on the other one. In theory, this is right. Huh. Let me check. Oh. Wait, what am I doing? I made my door and I completely forgot about it. Hello? Logo? Hello? It's not moving. Oh, wait. Did I ever set this variable? I did. Is it right? Distance in X. That is correct. I don't need the distance in Y, so... Hmm. That's so difficult. What's happening here? Come on. There has to be. Oh, it's moving, okay. And it keep going without stopping for some reason. It's not triggering the bounce back. It's still going right. So the issue is here with this variable. Are these backwards? Let's see. Okay, it's moving right. And now it's trying to move left. It's just not actually going left. Huh. Direction left. Direction left. If distance is greater than 96. Then we go on the other direction. Distance should be smaller, right? Hold on, let me run this again. Whoa. Right? Okay. Okay, so it's going left. And it's not coming back. Okay, let's check why. Let's see, variables. Distance in x minus, that's centrally smaller than this. We are going to right, and that is going that way, okay. Direction horizontal is set to 1. According to the game, that's what again? Left. Okay, it did change directions. But for some reason it's not entering here. Okay, that's keeping. Okay. Yeah, it's not even triggering. That's so weird. Okay, let's see. This is left. This is negative. So it's not... Oh. This value is wrong. This is greater than 96. Okay, if for x is to the left of the player, that means the player's x is bigger than ours, right? So it needs to get to the point where the x is negative Okay, I believe these two conditions may be backwards. Hold on. So, how about if I set it like this? Right? Maybe that's the issue? I made a door and I keep forgetting to use it. Okay, it's going left. Now it's going right. Okay, now it's working. Nice, that was the issue. Okay, that was the issue. Nice, nice. So now I can test both at the same time. Let's see. In theory, this should work perfectly. Okay, it's going right and down, right and up. Why are you not? Oh, what's that issue? Did I just make a DVD logo movement? Like? You can hear muffled a little bit. Well, it does remind me of the classical Windows 94 screensaver. Indeed. Wow. I didn't realize how bad this was. Wow. Wow. Okay, you know what? I think I'm going to have to scrap that. That definitely is not behaving the way I want. So, there we go. Ah. Okay. How about I make waypoints? Let's say okay, I'm going to need 4 waypoints. Right, and the locations are going to be basically the locations here. Right, let me just let me set these to 32 so I can actually see what the fuck. Actually, let me set this to 16. Okay, so I want the Woof to basically go from right here. That would be 48, 48, right? So first one is 48, 48, right? Right there. Then we go to the other corner. That is 448. So 448. Then we go to this spot. That is 472. 472. Blah, blah, blah. And finally this spot. 48 to 72. 48 to 72. Okay, those are our waypoints right there, right? So, we're going to have a direction also. So, direction equal direction. Let's start with setting this to right by default. Okay. Switch. Clear. Case. Clear dot right. Okay. We are moving right. That means we are going to point 1 on the waypoint, right? So let's create a variable. Let's call this target. Undefined. Okay, so if we're moving right, that means our target has to be the waypoint 1, right? And we're going to do the same for the other waypoints. So if we're moving down, that means our waypoint is waypoint 2. If we're going left, that means our waypoint is waypoint 3. And if we're going up, that means we're going to waypoint 0. Right? So we are going to say if our current difference bar distance in x equals to object underscore player dot x minus my x, and we do the same with the y. Right? If our distance in x is greater than 0, wait, no, object player not is target. We're moving towards the target. If it's greater than 0, that means our target is to the right, right? So we made horizontal speed to be positive, right? If it's below 0, that means our target is on the left, so we need to move to the direction, right? And we can do the same for vertical, where we say distance in y, and we move on vertical, right? If our distance in x equals to 0, that means we reach the point, right? So we switch directions. Change direction, right? And the function to change direction is going to be function change direction is going to be a switch, right? Given the direction we're moving, we are going to say all this nonsense again, right? But it's going to be simple. If we are moving to the right, our new direction has to be here dot down. If we are moving down, our next direction has to be here dot left. If we are moving left, our next direction has to be here dot up. And if we're moving up, our next direction has to be here dot right. Right? That's going to be your change of direction. If either of these is true actually, so I can literally set it like this. If either of these one is true, we change direction. Right? That will make the Woof go around the room like this to set waypoints, right? Let's see if that works real quick. It crashed. Unknown object direction H. Was it in it? What did I use direction H? Oh wait, it's on the UI. I can probably just comment this or delete it. Now you understand why there are so many tower defenses. Yeah, they're kinda easy to do, I suppose. I never actually done one, mind you. Whoa. Well, I made a different kind of screensaver, apparently. Nice. Okay, I think I know what the issue is. Let me delete this event real quick. And the issue is that I'm not setting the other value to 0 in the speed. This has to be set to 0 right there, right? When you change the horizontal speed, you need to change the vertical speed to 0 and vice versa. Yeah, that's probably the issue. You see how easy it is to make a screensaver? There we go. Oh. Wow, it's not actually... You know what? I know what that is. It's because I'm doing this. Right? Because this is triggering twice, basically. Yeah. If either of these is true, it will trigger. How do I validate this, I wonder? The issue apparently is because of the Y. Actually, I want the speed of the Woof to be a little bit higher, so I'm going to just double that. Let's see, maybe that actually fixes it. Because it's not going to be falling to 0 that easily. Wow. It didn't actually work. Fun enough. I'm trying to figure out the issues with the change of direction. Actually, instead of using this, instead of using that, I can just say distance to a point, that being target dot x and y. Is less than, let's say, let's set it to 5, right? If the distance is less than that, then we change directions. It's only supposed to spin around the playing one on the rotation. Well, it shouldn't. Wow, I got stuck. I could actually make it go the other way. I just don't know how to handle it yet. So this time it was kinda working and then it got stuck for some reason. Also, there is an issue that I forgot to fix, that I probably should fix right now before it becomes an issue. I forgot to center the image. Okay, maybe that will cause a change? I wonder. Let's see. Real quick. That's working perfectly fine. And now it's working fine. The locations are not quite correct, but it actually looks pretty fine. Yeah. Okay, let's adjust the locations. That would be for the bottom 64 to 88. Okay. 64 to 88. That means this one over here has to be 64, 64. Right. And so I'm missing one value. That would be right here. That's 4416. Okay. Like that. That should fix it. I can implement the counterclockwise, actually. It shouldn't be too hard to make it spin the other direction. That looks pretty good. Yeah. Right? Okay. I can make a flag right here to make it a direction. Clockwise. Let's set it to true by default, right? And I can simply change it right here. We do this. If clockwise, right? Else we do this, right? So I'm simply going to move this around. So if we're going left, that means the next point we need to go is, let me delete this because it's going to confuse me. Okay, if we are going to right, we are going to waypoint through. If we are going down, actually up should be waypoint 1. Left should be waypoint 0. And this is waypoint 3. Right? That should be correct, I believe. Let me check. I'm just going to flip this switch right here. And false. Let's see. It's going on the exact same direction. Ain't that lovely? That should not be working like that. Wait. If it's going right, it should be going to wait point 2. Yeah, if it's going down, it should be going to waypoint 3. Yeah. If it's going left, it should be going to point 0. Yeah. If it's going up, it should be going to waypoint 1. Yeah, that is correct. Why is this not working? Did I mistype this? No, that's correct. That's weird. Why are you going in that direction? That's... Huh? What the hell? Oh wait, it's because of the change direction. Oh. Interesting. So, wow. It doesn't... Wow! That's incredible, actually. It doesn't matter how I assign the targets right here, because this decides the way we are going to move. Wow! That actually just blew my mind. The logic behind that is quite impressive. Yeah, because this is the thing that is deciding where we are going, right? So if I instead set it over here, I can just say here, hey, if we're going right, the next movement is up. If we are going down, our next movement is right. If we are going left, our next movement is down. If we are going up, our next movement is left. Yeah, to make the movement that we want. That's it. Very interesting. It's kind of trippy. The fact that look at that. That's what this design is, the actual movement. Wow. That's so trippy. My brain is like not even computing how exactly that works, but apparently that's the way it works. Yeah, my brain is like skipping steps to figure out this, so I cannot really explain how I know this is the way to change the direction. My brain just kind of knows that is the way to make it happen. Yeah. Okay, so once we complete a full circle, well, let's change it later. Okay, so now we need a little check right here to change states, right? So if our distance in x equals to 0 or distance in y equals to 0, we are going to change our state to attack. right? And we are going to face the player. Yeah. Face the player and switch to attack. Right? On attack, we're going to do something different. Attack. On attack. Right? And that's going to be function on attack. On attack is going to be very simple. We're going to move towards the player, right? So I believe we have the move function that specifically moves towards the direction we're facing. Oh, this is the pathfinding. Never mind. Yeah. So we're going to make it So we're moving, right? I think I need this value right here. So we're going to check the distance, right? And we're going to check if our distance in x is 0. That means we're aligned vertically, right? That means we need to rush down or up, depending on where we are. So if our distance in y is greater than 0, that is, he is below us, we are going to dash downwards, right? So movement, we are going to move vertically, right? I will set this to 2 on speed. The horizontal speed is going to get is actually I don't need to set this. I can just set it over here. Speed 0, horizontal, vertical, right? So we stop moving. We move down, right? As we move up. Actually, I can just set this right here. Right? And I can get this out. Okay, that's for the vertical attack. Right, I still don't know what values I'm going to use for this. And for the other one, it's going to be, if we're aligned on y, that means our x is going to determine where we move. If x is greater, that means he's to right, right? So we move on the horizontal towards it, if not on the other direction, and then we do the attack. Okay, let's set the attack to be 1 for now. The direction, it should be the direction we're moving on, right? Hmm. Actually, it's not that hard. I can just say bar underscore position is going to be equals to get millifront. I love that I made that function. It's saving me so much issues. And let's set it to 2 pixels ahead, right? So I'm going to attack it directly in front of me, right? And the damage type is going to be slash. Right, the knockback strength, let's set it to 3. The interrupt list, I will set 20. Okay, in theory that should make the attack work, like just plain the bite. Yeah. Let's see. Whoa, it crashed. Target underscore target is not separate distance. Oh, I see. Oops. Okay. It's because I forgot to change this. Object underscore player. Yeah. There we go. And now my guy is like stuck, apparently. Why stuck? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Room width over 2, room height over 2, and I wanna know state, and that's going to be enum state for state, please. Like that, just so I can see what's happening. I want to know what state are we in. A state attack. Yeah, we for some reason immediately switched to attack. And we are not moving. So we're basically going here. So we are going in here, we are calculating the distance of the player. If our distance is 0, we go there. Yeah, because it's in attack state, it's no longer in move state. But I am moving it winning the attack. If distance in X is greater than 0. We set the speed Why is going into attack state actually? That should not be happening. Oh wait, it's because this distance is calculated against the target, not against the player. That's the issue. Okay. Let me recalculate this. Oops. Distance underscore p x py object. Shut up, cell phone. God damn it. That's why we're switching randomly to the stack state. He should have like tried to attack. Whoa. Okay, it crashed because we don't have a hit list, which is kind of important. Let's see. I'm going to grab it from a different enemy. Let's close these enemies. Let's grab the siren. This one right here. The already hit list. And I'm going to integrate it over here. Right? And I need to create a cleanup, actually. That's important. Hold on. One moment. Where do I destroy it? Oh, right there. Oh no, that's a clear. That's a different thing. There we go. That's a cleanup right there. I don't know why this guy doesn't have it. There we go. That's the cleanup. That should fix the issue currently. Let's see. That should fix the crash. Whoa. Okay. Now what I need is to change from the attack stage to the movement back, right? So I just need to mark a limit. That would be on Y. If we are in, or X is greater than a certain value that we don't know yet, or X is lesser than certain value that we don't know yet, then we switch for state to idle. Right? And also we need to apply the same values to the Y. Now I just need to figure out the values. How about given the waypoints we have, right? The smaller number is 64. Let's set it to how about 48, right? On both X and Y. 69. And the other value should be the highest. There would be 416, 432 for X, and for Y it should be 88 plus 16. 90, 104. Okay. In theory, that should fix that. Let's see. Whoa, it's actually kind of scary. Well, there we go. Oh! It's actually scary, this guy. Because you don't actually know, whoa, when he's going to attack. Wow, this guy is actually scary. Wow. No, it's making me nervous. It's basically probably not quite aligning correctly. Yeah, that's probably the issue. Hold on, let me fix that. Because I'm changing specifically when the distance is 0, right? So I can simply say absolute value of this is less than, how about 5? Right? That's not the absolute. Apps. And I can say distance less than. Should I place it in 2 to keep the randomness? Maybe. Oh. It feels like it tried to attack but didn't move. It's actually doing damage. It's just not moving. It changed to the stick attack, but it didn't actually attack. Oh, it's because I'm relying on it being like exactly 0. Yeah. So I can maybe modify this right here. And I can make this one an absolute actually. Actually, I cannot. Because of the way this is structured. Actually, let me do this then. I'm going to make a copy right here. And I will call this absolute distance in X. It's quite rare, but it happens that Spanish randomly slips out when I speak. Apps like that, right? So I make this an apps and set it to lesser than 2. The apps. And I also do it right here. Right? That in theory should trigger things correctly. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wah! Wah! Ah! 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 Wow, it's actually very aggressive like this, huh? Ah. Ah. Okay, the issue here is that I'm not like resetting the speed to 0, and that's why it's drifting. So let me set it to 0. Okay, that should fix that issue. Yeah. Whoa, it's very aggressive, extremely aggressive. Calm down, ah. Hold up, please, stop, please, stop. Ah. Okay, this guy is extremely aggressive. Calm down. Hey. Ah. Oh, I don't know if to leave it like this or not. Ah, shit. Ah. Ah. Stop. Come on, stop. Ah. You know what? I need to use a different state right here. Wind up and wind up. Because this Woof is extremely aggressive. Yeah. Okay. Function wind up. And what we're going to do is very simple. I'm just going to run this once. Right? It will set the direction at movement, right? Everything. And then we change the state to attack. State dot attack. Incos reviers. Incos revis. And then we just move, right? Until we reach the other state and we go to wind down, right? Like this. So we basically set direction right here and we're going to go where we're going to go. Then we move and attack in that direction, right? Actually, this one needs to be over here before the attack. Did I run face target just before attack? Yeah, this needs to go to wind up. Yeah, okay, face target. What does this do again? It changes the direction. Okay, that's fine. That's what I wanted. Okay, so we can ignore this. And then with that goes to wind down. And on wind down, on wind down, we go over here, function, and wind down, and I'm just going to change the state to idle for now. Okay. So, I believe that should work. Let's see. Yeah, that Woof was very aggressive right there. Ah, he can attack twice. Huh. Oh. Ah, it got stuck on attack for some reason. Ouch. Okay, let me set just in case if our horizontal speed equals to 0 or vertical speed equals to 0. Well, actually, if both are 0, then we change state to wind down. Yeah. If we are not moving, then we just switch state. No need to stand still. Yeah. Okay, now there is one more check that I want this to use, right? If the distance is like 0 and we are in target to attack and order is the same as the object underscore player dot dir, then we attack. We're going to wind up, right? That way, only if I show my back to the lovely Woof, it will actually attack, right? Like this. Oh wait, that's not going to work. Not that I think about it. Yeah. Because I'm not basically trying to face the player. Right here. That's an issue. Hold on. How do I make this work? Basically, if we're aligned, right? If this like happens, we need to go into an extra check. Bar aux is going to be equal to my deer, right? Then I'm going to place the player, then check if or direction equals the object player direction, then we switch into wind up, right? Else,
Hola
hola spy, bienvenido, bienvenido. Else we grab our direction and set it as the previous value, like that. Yeah, that should work. There we go. He's attacking my back. Up. Ah. It seems he doesn't have quite the bite sideways. Yeah. Wow. Now it looks more like a wolf behavior. What do you guys think? It's easy to dodge. Oh, if you are careful. Wow, it actually will do a back movement if you are like aligned and facing the other way. Yeah. It will actually do 2 swipes. Yeah. Okay, that's working quite nicely. Okay, now that we have that, I want this to also build up for an attack, right? For the one we set right here, we are going cycling, right? Building towards the dash, right? We have the bites. 3 ones should trigger a howl, right? If we complete a cycle, we go into the howl directly, right? I mean into the dash. That's the goal, right? So let's add a counter. It will be bites. Bite counter is going to be equal to 0 by default, right? And we're going to have a change the counter. Also is going to be 0, right? And what we're going to do is very simple. Whenever I call change direction right here, I'm going to add to the counter, right? So change direction counter plus plus, right? When we attack in the wind up, I will add the bite counter plus plus. Yeah. Y así tratar de hacer una simple tarea de Linux, terminar corrompiendo parte de los controladores de tu computadora. No sé qué rayo estaba haciendo, porque usualmente las tareas que te asignan en la escuela no te piden alterar nada de los controladores de la máquina. Let's see. So, if we change direction one too many times, right? Basically, at the end, right here, we are going to do a check if a change direction counter is greater than 4. Then we reset the change direction counter, right? And we change the state to state dot charged wind up. Yeah. La tarea de Linux pero usaba una máquina virtual. En teoría deberías poderla haberla usado. That changed to the charge wind up. Okay. Wait, no. What was again the state? We are going to dash from the change. Yeah, okay. So we go to the dash, to the charge, basically. So we have our state charge wind up on charge wind up. Function charge wind up. Okay. Let's see. We are on charge wind up, right? So basically, we're going to do the same movement, right? It would be the same behavior as movement on moving. Right? But Okay, so it's the same as the movement. We are going to move just the same, right? It's just that the speed is going to be different. Let's set it to 3 for the speed for the actual charge. Make this a little bit bigger. I don't need this. Actually, I can invert it maybe. So that like while we have charges, no wait, let's just kill it. Charge going down instead. That would make more sense. This goes to the attack. Instead of doing that, I can maybe do this. Basically, just change the direction we're going. Wait, no, the wind up is the one that handles that, right? Basically checks this. I could just run this like once to basically check if we are aligned, right? And just set it back to what we want it to be. I actually don't know how to handle this. Hold up. I'm trying to think about it. Basically, here I'm doing the same movements, just using the uncharge, right? So in theory, that should be working right now. Uncharge point down. Right? In theory, that should be correct, like this. To trigger this stuff. And I can just set this to return to idle. Just so we can do testing. Okay, let me give it a try. ¿Cómo está? Bien, bastante bien. Aquí tratando de hacer que las cosas funcionen. Duplicate. Post parent create. Wind up charge. Wind up. Wind down attack movie. That was weird. Okay, let's see. Ah, why are you failing? Duplicate? Script new font. What do you mean? Duplicate? Need script font? Oh, this thing. Wind down. There we go. Let's see. So he's going to be trying to attack me, but he won't be able. Oh. That's not what I thought it was going to happen. Whoops. Whoops. Let's make this more generous, actually. Rather than wind up, it should be... Actually, I can just hide this. Hold up. That should fix that, maybe? And this is your first large mark to be a second screen and there's no one else. Really? Wow. I'm impressed you have the confidence to actually put me on the TV. Wow. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. Oh. So it went into a unknown state for some reason. And it's stuck. Moving, wind down, wind up. Why is that getting stuck, I wonder? Oh, I see. That's an issue. I don't have the nums for this. Range. I will put it below attack, I suppose. Okay. I'm just setting the nums so I can actually see what's happening. I forgot to refresh that. Damn it. It's currently... Ouch. 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 So it got stuck on charge, basically. Because it's not switching to the next target. Because it's not landing perfectly, I suppose.
Scotland forever!
Wow. Wow. Okay. Let's see. That should be working now. Injury. Ah, it's not. Why are you like confused, my friend. So it's not switching for some reason. Direction. Wait, am I choosing the correct one? Hold up. Yeah, I am. Okay.
Not to be the guy, but you might wanna check the clock.
Oh, you are right. I forgot about that. Yes, let me just run this last test and we will be done. Ah! It still gets in stock. Ah! That's so annoying. Ah. Oof, okay. I suppose I will stop here because apparently the Woof is not cooperating. You wanna be the guy? Have you beaten that game actually? Have you beaten I wanna be the guy? Wow. Wow. Do you want to beat I wanna be the guy? I believe that game is probably one of the most painful games. I know. Yeah. Yeah, that game is one of the most painful games there is. For sure. Yeah. Let me one last test. One last test. I just thought about something. Is this the issue? Just wondering. Okay, so it's moving just fine. And then suddenly charge. It's not the issue. Lovely. Lovely. Okay, they just quit. We will continue this later. Yeah. Ah.
Only doing things his way. Neat. Holla up.
Hola up. Vivi Pixar Rolls Algiret. Se supone que esta canción me van a dar un tipo de recorrido. Ahora sí creo que para que elijas si quieres estar en la área relacionada con plantas o con el ganado.
Not to be the guy, but you might wanna check the clock. Wow.
Wow. Except the middle is still frozen solid. Wow. Wow. You could flip it inside out and cook it again. Is that feasible? I wonder. Pues suena como que sí te conviene el recorrido para que elijas el área correcta, me imagino. No sé exactamente qué estás estudiando, pero espero que sea algo interesante. Yeah. average microwave experience. Yeah. Okay, let's stop here for today. I actually thought we might actually make the boss fight in a day, but I suppose it was not meant to be. Yeah. We got pretty far, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Then I guess I will see you guys later. Ingeniería en sistemas industriales biológicos. Suena complicado. Yeah. ¿Estudias en sistemas? That's the only thing that finishes the stream. Yes, you are indeed correct. Estás en el curso de torno industrial. Sí, realmente yo no conozco nada de eso, la verdad. Yo soy 100% puro computación. Yes. Yeah. Ok, thank you for coming to the stream. Buenas noches, que descansen. Gracias por venir al directo. Y los veré el jueves para más Hollow Knight. Yeah. Good night, bye bye. Good night. Sleep well. Good night. Rest well. Good night. Oh, wow. Está medio oscuro, pero se ve bastante bien. Y a little bit dark the screenshot. Wow. Un poquito para agarrar un acceso por si acaso, además de que se supone que esto de los invernadores ahí siguen, si me van a pagar. Pues ve a donde te convenga más. Sería mi consejo. Yeah. You turn the light because it was right. Oh, I see. Ok. Muchas gracias por venir. Good night. Thank you for coming to the stream, and I will see you guys later on Tuesday for Hollow Knight. Los veré el jueves para Hollow Knight. Yeah. Ok. Muy buenas noches. Good night. Bye bye. Adiós. Que descansen. Good night. Night. Bye bye. Good night. Adiós. Sleep well. Good night. And bye.
XD. Looks cool so far. Ni yo mismo sé como pasé de tratar has una simple tarea de Linux a terminar corrompiendo parte de los controladores de mi computadora. _.xd. Bueno corrompino como talia que veo que se puede recuperar reinstalándolos YSOXD. Buenim la traía de Linux pero usaba una máquina virtual. Wipe Westernia un error con VirtualBox así que intenté solucionarlo. Spoiler, paso eso anterior que mención. Frowning face emoji. Buenim como ta? Bread emoji. Beep boop numbers. Compile errors. I'm using my office's large smart TV as a second screen since no one is here at the office. Lemao. That's awesome. Send us a picture in Discord. If you are watching the stream there, that is. Sure. Whoa, Terry's so many new enemies. Ooh, the vibrating lizard. It's supposed to be a wolf, Lemao. The art is still a work in progress. It was very colorful. No poo. Smafoamed. No, Lemao. Oh, it's time. The wolf among us. ._.xd. Wow, not to be that guy, but you might wanna check the clock. Actually no, F it, I am going to be that guy. Venom not ras cosas by por fina ora esta en una de los invernaderos de la escuela, seedling emoji. Wow. No. I should probably though. You're not that guy, pal. Expect you are. It's the gaming equivalent of washing yourself with a cheese grater. Cheese. Beep, beep, beep. The pizza rolls are heated. Se supone que este jueves me van a dar un tipo recorrido o algo así, no recuerdo, para que la si quiero estar en el área relacionada con plantas, o con ganado. Se supone que tienen povos y no me di cuenta. _.xd. Except the middle is still frozen solid. Average microwave experience. Nice. Isis. Ingeniería en sistemas industriales biológicos, pointing finger emoji, honeybee emoji. Estudio en sistemas. Alas, the only thing that finished is the stream. Estoy en un curso de tornado industrial. Y ahora estoy en esto de los invernaderos de biología. ._.xd. Alright, good night people. Uploaded on Discord General. Yo un poco de todo para augurar más experiencia por si acaso. Además de que se supone que en esto de los invernaderos ali si me van a pagar. Yay, I turned off the lights because it was too bright. Sleep well you all. Or else. Bye. Hasta mañana, DDDDD. Croissant emoji. Rice cracker emoji. Banana emoji. Bye bye. Bye, DDDDD.